The universe is always ready to give more than we can imagine. There is no limit to what can flow into your life when you believe deeply and open your heart. Imagine the universe placing $50 million into your hands, not as a dream far away, but as a reality within reach. The number may seem large, yet for the universe, it is nothing at all. The energy of abundance is endless. The same power that created the stars, the oceans, and the breath in your lungs also provides opportunities, wealth, and blessings. You are not separate from this power. You are part of it. This truth is not about greed or empty desire. It is about stepping into the fullness of what is already yours. Money is only one form of abundance, a symbol of energy, circulation, and flow. When you allow yourself to imagine holding $50 million, you are not asking for too much. You are simply opening to the endless possibilities the universe can create. You are declaring that you are worthy of more, that you are ready to grow spiritually and materially, and that you are aligned with infinite supply. Most people limit themselves by believing big numbers belong only to a few. They may say, "That is impossible for me. I could never receive that much," but those words carry power. Those thoughts close the door that the universe is always trying to open. When you shift your thoughts, you shift your world. You begin to attract not by force, but by alignment. The same faith that can move mountains can also move wealth into your life. You are not asking for the impossible. You are simply letting yourself receive. The key is not in chasing money with fear, but in trusting the flow with faith. Think of $50 million as a river of abundance already flowing in the unseen. When you stand at the banks and believe you are worthy, the river moves toward you. When you doubt, the river slows. The universe does not punish, it waits. It waits for you to step forward, to believe, and to open the gate of your mind. Once you do, the flow is unstoppable. This journey is not about numbers alone. It is about awakening the spirit of abundance within you. It is about breaking free from the small box of fear and entering into the vast space of possibility. When you say, "The universe provides me $50 million, you are not just speaking words, you are planting seeds of faith. These seeds grow in your mind, and soon they appear in your life. You begin to notice opportunities, ideas, and connections that were always around you but hidden by doubt. This is the power of a bold declaration spoken with belief and trust in the source of all things. Belief is the starting point of every creation. Nothing enters your life until it is first formed in the mind. Before a house is built, it begins as a vision on paper. Before a song is heard, it begins as a melody in thought. In the same way, wealth begins as belief. If you believe the universe can provide you with $50 million, you open the channel for it to appear. If you believe it is impossible, you block the channel, no matter how much effort you make in the outer world. Belief is more than wishful thinking. It is a deep knowing that what you ask for is already given. When you plant a seed in the soil, you do not wonder every hour if it will grow. You trust the process. You water it, you give it sunlight, and you wait. The same is true with belief. You plant the thought of abundance, you nurture it with faith, and you allow the universe to unfold the process. Doubt digs up the seed, but belief lets it grow. There is a great power in repeating to yourself, "I believe in abundance. I believe the universe provides for me. I believe wealth is my natural state." These words reshape the patterns of your mind. Over time, belief becomes second nature, just as easily as breathing. You begin to look at the world differently. Instead of seeing lack, you see opportunity. Instead of feeling small, you feel capable. Belief turns fear into faith, and faith draws abundance closer. The $50 million is not about the number itself, it is about the size of your belief. The universe does not measure whether it is small or large, it only reflects your openness. To someone who believes only in surviving, even $100 feels unreachable. To someone who believes in abundance, even $50 million feels natural. The difference is not in the money, the difference is in the belief. Belief connects you to the spiritual laws that govern abundance. Just as gravity pulls objects to the earth, belief pulls opportunities into your life. When your belief is strong, doors open. People cross your path with answers you were seeking. Ideas arrive at the perfect time. Resources gather around you. These things are not accidents. They are the fruit of belief. The stronger the belief, the greater the fruit. The beauty of belief is that it grows with use. At first it may feel shaky. Doubt may whisper, "This is too much. This cannot be real." But the more you affirm, the more you trust, the stronger belief becomes. It is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it grows. Soon you will find yourself not just believing in $50 million, but believing in the infinite. You will see that the universe has no ceiling, no walls, no end. Belief opens your eyes to a world without limits. To walk into abundance, you must release the chains of limiting thoughts. These thoughts are like walls in the mind. They whisper, "You don't deserve this. You're not capable. Others can have wealth, but not you." These thoughts have been learned through years of fear, society, and past experience. They feel real, but they are illusions. They are shadows that vanish when light enters. Every time you think, "I can't," you are building another brick in the wall. Every time you say, "It's too hard," you close another door. But when you shift the thought to, "I can," "I am worthy," "it is possible," the walls begin to crumble. The chains begin to break. The mind becomes free, and abundance flows through that freedom. Limiting thoughts are not who you are. They are habits, repeated over and over until they feel natural. But just as a habit can be learned, it can also be unlearned. You can choose to release fear and choose faith instead. You can choose to stop repeating, "I'll never have enough," and start affirming, "I always have more than enough." The shift may feel small at first, but its power is great. A single candle removes darkness from a room. A single new thought begins the journey to wealth. To remove limiting thoughts, begin by noticing them. Become aware of what you say to yourself about money. When you catch yourself saying, "I can't afford this," replace it with, "I am attracting the resources for this." When you hear yourself say, "I'll never be rich," replace it with, "Wealth is already flowing to me." Each replacement weakens the old pattern and strengthens the new. Remember, the mind is like soil. Whatever seed you plant grows. If you plant doubt, you harvest lack. If you plant faith, you harvest abundance. The $50 million you desire is a seed of faith. Do not let weeds of doubt choke it. Pull them out as soon as they appear. Replace them with affirmations of wealth, joy, and growth. In time, the harvest will come, not just in money, but in spiritual expansion. When limiting thoughts are gone, the heart feels light. You no longer carry the heavy weight of fear. You feel free to imagine, free to receive, free to expand. The path becomes clear, and opportunities rise before you. Removing limiting thoughts is not just about money. It is about living fully. It is about claiming your birthright as a child of the universe, open to all the good it provides. Gratitude is the foundation of every form of abundance. Before wealth multiplies, before opportunities expand, there must first be a thankful heart. Gratitude is not simply saying thank you with words. It is a state of being that recognizes the gifts already present. When you wake up in the morning and breathe air freely, that is abundance. When you drink a glass of clean water, that is wealth. When you have a roof, food, or even the ability to think new thoughts, those are treasures beyond measure. When you focus on what you already have, you shift your energy. You stop vibrating at the level of lack and begin vibrating at the level of fulfillment. The universe responds to this vibration. Gratitude opens the door for more. A person who constantly says, "I don't have enough," is closing the door, no matter how much money is in the bank. A person who says, "I am so thankful for what I have," is widening the door, allowing more blessings to flow in. Gratitude is the magnet, and abundance is the metal. Think of gratitude as multiplying power. When you are grateful for $1, you are preparing yourself for more. When you are grateful for a meal, you are preparing for a feast. When you are grateful for a small opportunity, you are preparing for greater ones. Gratitude does not wait for the $50 million to arrive. Gratitude starts now, in this very moment. The more you practice it, the more natural it becomes, and soon the current blessings in your life grow in ways you could not imagine. Even in times of struggle, gratitude shifts everything. Instead of saying, "I have nothing," you say, "I have lessons that will lead me to growth." Instead of saying, "I am stuck," you say, "I am learning to rise." Gratitude transforms pain into strength, weakness into wisdom, and emptiness into readiness for more. It does not deny what is hard, it sees beyond it. Gratitude says, "The universe is already working, even if I do not yet see the result." When you make gratitude a habit, your whole perspective changes. You no longer wait for happiness until something arrives. You live in happiness now. This happiness attracts abundance like a flame attracts light. It makes you magnetic to prosperity. Gratitude for the small things invites the big things. Gratitude for the present prepares you for the future. The more you are thankful, the more the universe finds ways to give you reasons to keep saying thank you. The universe is not limited by numbers, timing, or human rules. It is the source of all things, the great provider that never runs out. Think of the sky. You cannot count all the stars. Think of the ocean. You cannot measure all its drops. Think of the earth. You cannot gather all its grains of sand. In the same way, you cannot count the ways the universe can provide for you. It is endless. It is infinite. It is overflowing. When you say, "The universe provides me $50 million, you are not asking for too much. You are not taking away from anyone else. You are not being greedy. You are simply aligning with the truth that abundance is unlimited. The universe does not divide, it multiplies. The wealth that comes to you does not leave others empty. In fact, when you receive, you inspire, you share, and you expand the cycle of giving. Abundance is never a zero-sum game. It is an ever-growing fountain. Many people believe the universe provides only survival, just enough to get by. But this belief is small and narrow. The universe is generous. It does not plant one seed to produce one fruit. It plants one seed to produce hundreds. It does not give one drop of rain. It gives rivers and oceans. The provider is always overflowing. The only question is, how open are you to receive? You open yourself by trusting. You trust that the universe knows the right path. You trust that it will send the right people, the right ideas, and the right opportunities at the right time. You trust even when you cannot see how you trust that if the vision of $50 million has entered your mind, it is not by accident. It is there because the provider has already prepared the way. Your job is not to figure out every detail, but to believe, to align, and to act with faith. The universe provides in ways beyond imagination, sometimes through expected channels, sometimes through doors you never noticed before. It may come as a sudden idea, a chance meeting, or a new opportunity that seems to fall from nowhere. But nothing is random. All is guided. The The provider knows your needs before you speak them. The provider knows your heart's desire before you form the words. And when you align yourself with this source, you will see miracles unfold. To call the universe your provider is to let go of fear. It is to stop thinking, what if there is not enough, and start affirming, there is always more than enough. It is to see every situation, even challenges, as part of the plan to provide. The provider does not fail. The provider is never late. The provider is limitless. And the provider is always with you. Everything is energy. Every thought, every feeling, every word carries a vibration. The energy you hold inside shapes the reality you see outside. When your energy is heavy with doubt, fear, or negativity, you push abundance away. But when your energy is light, joyful, and filled with faith, you draw abundance closer. Aligning with wealth is not about forcing money to come. It is about matching the vibration of prosperity so that money naturally flows toward you. Think of wealth as a radio frequency. If you want to listen to the music on a certain station, you must tune your radio to the right channel. If you are even slightly off, you hear static. Abundance works the same way. If your mind is tuned to lack, you hear the noise of fear, limitation, and struggle. But if your mind is tuned to wealth, you hear the clear flow of opportunity, ideas, and blessings. Tuning in is about adjusting your inner energy until it matches the signal of prosperity. You align with wealth by choosing thoughts that feel rich, expansive, and free. You align by choosing emotions of joy, peace, and gratitude. You align by affirming daily, I am abundance, I am prosperity, I am aligned with wealth. These words are not empty, they are tuning tools. Every affirmation shifts your vibration closer to the channel of abundance. Every positive thought clears the static of lack. Wealth energy is not only about money, it is about how you live, how you breathe, how you feel. A wealthy spirit is calm, secure, and generous. A wealthy spirit knows there is enough for all. When you carry this energy, you walk into rooms differently. You speak with confidence. You attract others who carry the same energy. Opportunities open to you because you radiate abundance. You become a magnet not by trying harder, but by being aligned. The universe responds to energy, not desperation. If you cry out, I need money now, I am so desperate, your energy says lack. But if you affirm, I am already wealthy and I am thankful, your energy says abundance. The first energy pushes prosperity away. The second draws it near. Aligning with wealth is a daily practice of adjusting your inner state. The more consistent you are, the stronger your signal becomes. When your energy aligns with wealth, money no longer feels like a struggle. It becomes natural. It comes through known and unknown paths. It flows like water, easily and continuously. You no longer chase, you attract. You no longer doubt, you trust. Aligning energy with wealth is aligning with the truth that prosperity is your natural state. The more you live in that truth, the more the outer world reflects it back to you. Words have power. Every word spoken carries energy that shapes the mind and molds the future. Affirmations are not simple phrases. They are spiritual keys that open doors. When you declare, I am wealthy, I am open, I am abundant, you are not only saying words, you are programming your mind to accept abundance as truth. The more often you repeat them, the more deeply they are planted into your subconscious, where they begin to guide your actions and expectations without resistance. Affirmations of abundance remind you that you are already connected to wealth. When you say, I am worthy of $50 million, you are removing doubt and aligning with the infinite supply of the universe. When you say, money flows to me with ease, you are opening the gates for prosperity to find its way into your life. Each declaration shifts your energy from fear to faith, from scarcity to abundance. The beauty of affirmations is in their simplicity. You do not need complex words or elaborate rituals. All you need is consistency and belief. Imagine beginning each day by saying, I am a money magnet. I am grateful for wealth. I am open to prosperity. These words may seem small, yet over time, they rewire your mind. Old patterns of lack dissolve, replaced by patterns of wealth. The more you affirm, the more natural abundance feels until it becomes part of who you are. Affirmations also carry spiritual strength. When spoken with conviction, they are like prayers, vibrations that the universe hears and responds to. They are seeds that grow in both the seen and unseen. As you affirm, opportunities begin to appear. Ideas start to flow. People enter your life at the right moment. This is not coincidence. It is the response of the universe to your vibration. Make affirmations a daily practice. Speak them in the morning, whisper them at night, carry them in your heart throughout the day. The more you do, the more your inner state changes, and the outer world will reflect that change. Abundance begins with words, and the right words create the life you desire. Imagination is the canvas where abundance is painted. Before wealth becomes physical, it must first be seen in the mind. Vision is the bridge between belief and reality. When you imagine yourself with $50 million, living freely, giving generously, and walking in purpose, you are creating a blueprint for the universe to follow. Without vision, the mind wanders. With vision, the mind is guided. Imagination is not daydreaming. It is spiritual creation. Every great building, invention, or achievement was once unseen, living only in imagination. The same power works within you. If you can see yourself holding wealth, living with abundance, and blessing others, then the path to it is already forming. The more vividly you imagine, the stronger the energy you send out. Visualization is a tool of manifestation. Sit quietly and picture your life with $50 million. Imagine the security, the freedom, the joy. See yourself sharing blessings, creating opportunities, and walking with peace. Let the image be so clear that it feels real. When your mind accepts the picture, your body begins to act in ways that align with it. Your choices shift. Your awareness sharpens. You begin to notice doors that were invisible before. The universe responds to vision. It does not respond to fear or doubt, but to clarity. If you see lack, lack grows. If you see abundance, abundance grows. Imagination gives direction to energy. It tells the universe, this is where I am going. And the universe, always generous, arranges the details to match the picture you hold inside. Vision is also tied to spiritual growth. When you imagine yourself wealthy, do not see only material things. See peace of mind, freedom of spirit, and generosity of heart. See yourself as a channel for abundance, not just a receiver. This shifts the purpose of wealth from selfish gain to spiritual expansion. The $50 million is no longer just money. It is a tool to live your highest truth. Manifestation is not about rushing. The seed planted today does not bloom tomorrow, yet in time it becomes a strong tree. The same is true with abundance. The universe works with perfect timing. Sometimes we ask and the answer comes quickly. Other times we wait, not because we are denied, but because preparation is needed. Trusting divine timing is part of the spiritual journey. Impatience is born from fear. It says, if it does not happen now, maybe it will never happen. But faith says, it is already mine. I only wait for the right moment to see it. The $50 million is already on its way. The timing depends on readiness. If you receive before you are prepared, you may misuse it, misunderstand it, or fail to grow through it. The universe waits until your heart, mind, and spirit are aligned. Trusting divine timing is about resting in peace. You do not need to force opportunities or chase wealth with anxiety. You walk forward steadily, knowing each step is guided. When the time is right, doors will open with ease. The opportunity you seek will find you without struggle. This trust removes pressure and allows you to enjoy the journey, knowing the destination is certain. Divine timing also protects you. Sometimes what you desire may not arrive immediately because something better is being prepared. What looks like delay is often direction. What feels like silence is often guidance. The universe sees beyond the moment. It arranges not only for your wealth, but also for your growth, your peace, and your purpose. Patience does not mean doing nothing. It means taking inspired steps without fear. You affirm, you imagine, you align with wealth, and then you trust. You release the outcome into the hands of the universe, knowing it will arrive at the perfect moment. Divine timing is never late, never wrong, always precise. Trusting it is trusting the wisdom of the source that knows all. The universe is abundant, overflowing, and generous beyond measure. The vision of $50 million is not a dream too far. It is a possibility waiting for your belief. You have the power to remove limiting thoughts, to live in gratitude, to trust the provider, and to align your energy with wealth. Through affirmations, vision, and trust in divine timing, you are shaping a future filled with prosperity and spiritual growth. This path is not about money alone. It is about becoming the highest version of yourself, free, joyful, and generous. The universe responds to your faith, your gratitude, and your energy. Each thought, each word, each act of belief brings you closer to what is already yours. The abundance you seek is not outside of you. It flows from within you, connected to the infinite source. Continue to affirm daily. Continue to imagine with clarity. Continue to trust with patience. Let gratitude be your constant companion, and let faith be your guiding light. The $50 million is not just wealth. It is proof that the universe never withholds, never limits, never fails. Step into this truth and watch as abundance unfolds in miraculous ways.